Hello, this is Side Gigs, and Malik and Abro welcomes you to the second episode of Midweek Anthem. Welcome on board, Mr. Abro.
Assalamu alaikum. Yes, Malik sir, thank you so much. And yes, second episode of enthralling week of football, interesting results, shocking results, and of course,
Shocking.
let's take a deep dive.
Yes, definitely. Some very big scores, some very big
Yeah.
upsets. Without delaying anything further, let's get into the matches. As always, our recipe is that we pick a handful of matches and we discuss those. The rest, the scoreline for all the other matches have already been shared with you on a video, YouTube short that we call scoreline. Right? So, Mr. Abro, over to you. What is the first match that we are looking into?
Wow. We'll head straight into Istanbul. The Turks,
Oh,
Galatasaray welcoming Liverpool.
oh,
Wow. I mean, there
the
aren't
shell shock.
more places than this hostile environment of Galatasaray.
Yeah,
In Turkey, to play such games,
yeah,
they'll be different. They'll be absolutely different. It's just like they can eat you, swallow you. So
yeah.
it's basically they call it hell. And of course, Liverpool find it out that it was intimidating. And the
Yes,
scoreline was a gritty. I would say,
yeah,
very hard for Galatasaray. And for the fans who are watching this or listening this, let me just shed something. This basically Galatasaray's first home win in 7 years and
yes.
their first ever Champions League victory against any English side
English
at
side, yes.
Galatasaray. That's
This is
history in the making.
this is
And,
big. This is big.
and yes, they've Liverpool set up again. I think they were still in a shock when they lost in the Premier League against Crystal Palace, and they carried it
Yes,
on. And the notable points were, of course, a terrific Osimhen converts a penalty early on, which it was awarded to them. It
yes,
was very much like Liverpool have that. I mean, tendency. They have the players. They got the possession and they have attacked Galatasaray, but the resilience and the compact and the disciplined defense of Galatasaray were held. I mean, they were terrific. They never gave anything away. Of course, a frustration point, the main point, talking point would be Alison Backer got injured. And it's
yeah.
a huge blow. And I'm hearing also that Ekitiki also picked up an injury as well. So we'll only see what Ernest Slot doing with this and what is the extent of it. But I think it's a really bad blow. And again, they carried the form where they left off the Premier League and into this. And Galatasaray never gave them the easy way out.
No, so
And I think they deserve their one day.
no, they did. I mean, but this was a shell shock result. The champions of England conceding a defeat. At Turkey. Osimhen was tremendous. He also had another go at the goal, and it
Yes.
was very very close. Could have been 2-0 easily by the time. In the same context, I think Liverpool also, had very close calls, two or three in the match. One from Florian Wirtz, too, by the way. That could have also, ticked them off maybe, in Liverpool side. But there were two or three of them were very close calls. Liverpool could have equalized, the match, but as it falls, this was a big blow. And you're absolutely right. I think they have carried on the same momentum, the same rhythm where they left in the Premier League, I think. And the injuries are going to be a very, very big loss for Liverpool because Alisson Becker, if not available in the goal, they are already, kind of pretty shaky in the defense and they are relying on Hugo Ekitike at the moment. If you see, he is the only gun who is firing the goals for Liverpool, perhaps almost in every match that he gets to. But great 3 points for Galatasaray at home when they're wearing their original yellow and orange and red color. Oh, I mean, this looks like fire. It is a fiery stadium to play a match. Yes.
I think again the incident which again the Ernest got mentioned post match.
Yeah.
they were denied a penalty. And again, the attack came from VAR. So I mean,
Oh, so all right. The
I mean, how
Konate,
he
the
was,
Konate,
yes,
yeah.
yes. So they thought that was a clear cut penalty what VAR had.
So I think had this
Analysis.
been Premier League, they must
I
have
think this could
definitely
have
they
been
would
given.
have
No,
uh,
this could have been given. This
they
could
would
have
have
been given
definitely won a penalty
any
on that. But this
any
being
match or
Champions
any
League, the
game.
decision was much just than how it has been treated in Premier League. But that
I
was
think
not a
also.
penalty. I think VAR and the close-ups that they showed, it was very clear that it was not a penalty. It was not a foul. The ball was actually claimed by the defender before making a
Yes.
contact with Konate. So, uh, but some worrisome time for Arne Slot.
I think
Uh,
worrisome time, and I think the honest one, I think that he needs to improve by dropping something because I mean you mentioned Florian Wirtz. I
yeah,
mean the boy is having us. I mean I don't know what could I say, but the huge signing is the pressure is on him. He just would not handle it.
I
With
think, Mr.
injuries.
Abro, people coming from different, from other leagues, when they come into Premier League, all of them, most of them, find a very difficult time to, start off, to tick off, to get going. So off
This
the
is
mark is
yeah.
very difficult, but since Florian Wirtz is carrying such a huge price tag, I think that is
This is where I
yes,
believe managers would come into play because I've seen in the past a lot of people pick their huge signings and does not, I mean, give them free hand right away, does not put them
yeah.
into the mix in first up. I mean, they use them very cleverly. So I think he has made, I don't know, but just to justify he's a great player and we bought him in the right price, he put him in the mix and he's struggling. The boy lost his form. He doesn't have any group what to do
He is
football.
definitely
I mean, he's
struggling.
not that Florian Wirtz which we have seen in the
Seen before,
years.
yes,
So I think
yes.
the boy needs a break because a lot of noises are nowadays. I mean, the noises are
It's a lot of pressure for Arne Slot and for
outside for
Florian
Liverpool.
Wirtz
Yes,
too.
yes.
But a hell of a fixture, thrilling football, amazing football match. Galatasaray, as always, they are behind their team. The crowd is just so spirited. If you're a neutral, if you're watching the match, you actually enjoy that. The environment that they create for their team. It is amazing. It is lovely. And a great 3 points. I mean, for this Champions League season that they are into, very good 3 points for them. Right. So I think this is what we have for the first match. First blow for the English side. What are we looking into next, Mr. Abro?
It's Catalonia, it's Barcelona,
Oh,
PSG,
another big
fixture of
blow.
the Champions League. Of course, I mean, the rivalry has just picked up because
Yes,
last
yes.
4 years it was PSG. I mean, last 3 years PSG had
Yeah.
a better laugh. They
And they are defending
results and
champions too of
of course
Europe.
they showed it that why they are defending champions. They
Yeah,
have basically in this game coming through.
yeah.
They didn't have their main players. I mean, Dembele was I believe on bench.
Oh,
No
yes.
Due, of course. I mean, there was
No
like
desire to do it. Yes.
the midfield was very light. But then again, I mean, certain identities on in the field like Ashraf Hakimi, Bruno Mendes, I mean, they put the
So
arena back.
Ashraf Hakimi is sublime. Watching Ashraf Hakimi
He's,
coming
I don't
down
know.
from the right back, he
Yeah,
is sublime to see. Such so fluent. It appears he's flowing with the wind, and the elegance and the finesse he has, and his crosses and passes. They are weighted perfectly. They are timed perfectly. So it's
well,
peach of a pass
yeah.
and peach of a cross.
I thought Barca were they took the lead through Yamin Laman, another sensational talent. I mean,
Oh, he
championship would
was
be I mean, a wonderful goal, a wonderful setup on the goal.
wonderful setup.
I thought
Yes.
Barcelona may edged it because they look very, I mean, very good on the
Yeah.
ball and I mean, with Pedri and Gavi and the Rashford were tremendous. Of course, it was his assist, so
Yeah.
he can't stop assisting or scoring goals for Barca at the moment. And I thought the game would be theirs, but I mean, it totally changed in the second half. I mean,
It did.
PSG came like, I mean, Amazing speed and
Right. So I
passing.
think let's
Also,
see how it was. I think Lamine Yamal was on fire when the match began.
yeah,
As the whistle went off, he was on fire. He was, displaying tremendous skills. Uh, and they also created an opportunity and this, strike the goal. But then I think if you see the first goal, I mean, what were they doing in the defense, Mr. Abro? This
they were
was
all
such a
over it.
big blunder.
Again,
Yeah.
they
I
were
mean, the
all over it.
pass that should have definitely been stopped. It should have been intercepted easily. It just, manages to find its way
Yeah.
and, good
I
finishing
think
too, by the way. It matched the good
they
finishing.
basically took out the foot of the pedal, which allows PSG to just grow in the game better.
I
Because
think
one
this is
is
what
not enough,
happened.
never
Yes.
enough in any league right now. The
Yes.
pace, the way people play football these days, 1-0 is never enough. I
1-0
mean,
is
you
never.
would like to have a prime Italian team or Jose Mourinho in his peak to stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, 1-0. So 1-0 is never enough, and PSG basically are attacking side. I mean, and their flanks, especially the left back and the right back
Yeah.
flank is amazing. I mean, both Ashraf Hakimi and Nuno Mendes had a ball, and especially in the second half, and they took the
True.
advantage. And again, Barca came under pressure, and the result was evident.
So I think Nuno Mendes bested Lamine Yamal. Uh, you know,
Yeah,
Definitely he did. And I think on the other side, I believe Ashraf Hakimi and his skill. I think he is every bit of a winger, as he is a right back in the defense.
I mean, he's just
Uh,
not a defensively sound. The guy
no, I think he's very
doesn't know how
creative
to play in
and
the flank.
yes,
His
yes.
crosses, I mean, his creativity while attacking the side is amazing. I mean, this
And
is level of
PSG
progress.
and how PSG play their football, their main area of concentration is
PSG
from the
basically,
flanks.
yeah,
Yes, this is with this is
PSG,
how they attack from both sides. That is, by the way, and Ashraf
yeah,
Hakimi comes in as a surprise most of the time, uh, despite having a very very good reputation for making peachy sublime crosses. However, but his crosses still do come as a surprise for the opponents. That is sorry.
not much, yeah, not much difference if you talk about the possession, 55-45 for PSG. Shots on targets were again, PSG had 12 of target
Yeah,
and 5 on
and
target.
so this was a very level match other
Like
than the score
Barcelona,
line.
so
Yeah,
disappointed with Barcelona's approach because 16 off target, 6 on target. They should have done better at home,
yeah,
having all the support. The XG was again, I mean, PSG shared the XG 1.8 and Barca
yeah,
has 1.6, which tells the story today.
yeah.
So I think it's a very good winner. Ramos comes in and scored a winner. Perfect ending for him also. And it's 2 out of 2 for PSG.
But I think missing the Ballon d'Or player and still winning the match is something that makes it a big blow for Barcelona. Nevertheless, and a very very a lovely 3 point for PSG. I think they played better football than Barcelona. They took their chances better and they defended better. The main thing is that they somehow stopped Lamine Yamal from coming down from his flank and making most of the attack. And I think this is what was required for PSG, and it did the trick. I think. Other than this, a good football match, nevertheless, not much to complain about. They were very level sides, and the match was also kind of very equal,
I think it's a fair result.
in its entirety. Yes, right. So the second fixture
So now
now.
we head towards one of them. Yes.
Oh,
After a long time, we have seen him playing the
so
Champions League. This was and what a result!
a big, big
Manchester
surprise.
City
Yeah, big
Guardiola on
surprise.
its guns blazing, but
Yeah,
again that shows that there is something wrong with that sort of Man City. And they're not. I mean, defensively they're not sound. They're conceding too many goals.
as they were before.
The disconnect is visible. The midfield again. I think Rodri is not is 100%
No,
fit.
I
Not,
think you are
I
absolutely
was
right. Rodri
I
is
was
still
hearing
showing signs
the other
of
night Pep was
struggling.
saying that
Yes.
he's struggling with his knee also. So
Yeah.
I think he's not fully fit. But I think he should not play Rodri if he's not fully fit because again the results are they were leading 2-0 in the first half.
Yeah.
They allowed Monaco to grow in the game, and they had some very good players to damage you. And what they did is
So
sublime again.
I think the two goals, Mr. Rabro, Erling Haaland is, I mean, he's a textbook finisher, isn't he?
Erling Haaland basically surpassed Ruud van Nistelrooy record in the Champions League
Yes.
after playing 50 games. So he's already crossed his 47
And
mark. So
I mean, both
great
of the
achievement.
goals. The first goal, I mean, he had the complete advantage of his height, but it required just one touch of it, and from where he made that contact with the ball, and overlapping it above the head of the goalkeeper. But it was just such a joy to watch. It was such a beautifully crafted goal, and
Eric
elegantly
Dyer,
finished.
Eric Dyer of old Englishman comes
Yeah.
in with a superb header,
Yeah.
and Ambolo's late equalizer. What
Yeah.
a terrific ending to this game. I mean, heads up to Monaco, they never gave up. So I think fair
Yeah,
play for City.
they never gave up.
For
Yes.
City, it is the first time in last 18 Champions League fixture away
Yeah.
when they led 2-0, they came
Yeah.
out with 1 point. So
And
they,
yes, and it
it's
ended in a
a good
draw.
sign for City going forward.
Yeah.
They need to fix that defense, I think.
I think there's a lot changing within how the clubs are performing, particularly the top clubs from England. That is
I think Premier League performance is
notably.
reflecting in the Champions League. Perhaps, a few seasons back,
Yeah, I think you're right.
back in old days, 2010, era, you don't see this happening often. But nowadays, you can see the Premier League performance is reflecting
Yeah,
in the Champions League
in
too.
the
So
yes,
sides are struggling in the Premier League are absolutely now struggling also. They're showing signs that they are basically struggling in the Champions League.
yeah. But I mean, this was also a very, very big surprise. Monaco,
surprise, yeah.
yeah, leveling the match, equalizing, getting away with 1 point against Manchester City. Though they had the advantage of playing at home, but still nobody expected them to draw or win the match. But a surprising result, nevertheless. A good football match. Theirs was a very resilient side. They did not give up the fight. I think Manchester City could have pushed a bit more in the game.
I think
You know,
just again, as I said, for this team,
yeah.
I think Barcelona took their foot on the pedal, knowing that they are leading on that arrogancy and
I think that
that
they took
also
it very
showed
light. Yes.
in City's game too. They took the foot of the pedal and knowing who then they're ahead.
Yeah, when they are ahead. Yes.
This is where you can lose or drop points because this approach does not give you a result you want if you're not falling for 90 minutes.
Yes.
So discipline is key.
And I mean, as I think we touched upon this point before too, that this new format of Champions League is actually, it is where you cannot take any match very light.
Exactly.
You need those points, you need those goal difference, and you need those away goals, because this is now it's been played differently, than how it was before. So there are no groups. So
Plus for
yeah,
City moving forward, they'll be they'll be playing with Juve, they'll be playing Madrid,
yeah,
Villarreal. I mean, this is very
and it's going to be very difficult. Yeah, very competitive matches.
So, Alexa, shall we go ahead?
Yeah, so I think this was the third fixture, and I think the upcoming is the last. I think the one, the last week that we picked. Yes, right.
We are heading towards Spain, Villarreal, the Yellow Submarine welcoming.
Oh, the Yellow Submarine.
The old Turin's outfit, Juventus
versus the Bulls.
Yeah,
Bulls of Turin.
So again, it was it was a match of two halves.
It was a match of two halves.
Halves. I mean, cracking game. Both
cracking game.
Each other. That was something. I mean, neutral would be like glued to the screen. I love the game the way.
And I think this is particularly.
Initially, it was a KG game. It was a KG.
Initially, yes.
Possession, it was almost like 50 to 48 to Villarreal.
Yeah.
So it was like same. Juventus, yes, they firepower they had. They
Yeah.
should have had more. They should have come out of this
Yeah.
win of 3 points. But again, I mean, you cannot sit on one goal advantage. This is
Yeah.
what we did. And 90 plus one ex Chelsea
Yeah.
player Renato Vega headed
Yeah.
the equalizer and which gave a point to Villarreal. And then that
So I
point
think
is away.
he became the villain and the hero in this match altogether, because
Yes.
because the second goal that Conceição scored, so he actually snatched the ball, in front of, before it reached Renato Vega, he
Yes.
snatched the ball from him and scored a beautiful finish, a beautiful, lovely goal that was, by the way. But then again, he had the last say. I think Renato Vega, scoring at the very, very last, at the stoppages, minutes of the game, a
I think
a turning
it's a
game.
pressure.
This was,
Yeah. This
uh,
basically mount certain pressure on Juve because Juve is now 2 games and 2 draws.
yeah,
They have to face, of course, the one tougher test to come Madrid and cities.
yeah.
So it could be very tricky for Thiago Motta and his side.
So I think the Yellow Submarines are a very, very difficult side to beat at home, particularly.
The environment was frenzy.
Yes, it is very, very hostile. It is very spirited. It is frenzy. It is, I mean, it's just there. You can see it there. You can feel it there. And Yellow Submarines are famous for this. Any team who visits them actually faces a very difficult time. So Juventus, I think, had they not scored, had they not drawn their previous match, like they could have, been very, I think, okay with
Yes.
how, yeah, with the result. But
But that draw will make them suffer because
yeah,
this will
because two
hurt. This will
consecutive
hurt.
draws is going to make things difficult for them,
This will hurt.
in the upcoming fixtures. But this was, some other fixtures, some very, very big scoring games. Bayern Munich, Real Madrid.
Yes, moving on, we can, I mean, of course, Bayern again, dished out goals
Yeah,
often. And of course, you can have a very good, you can see a good game between Napoli and Sporting. Napoli came out of
that was a good fixture
World
too,
Cup. It was
by
a
the
very
way.
good game,
Yes,
very good game.
yes.
And
And the return of Jose Mourinho against Chelsea,
yes, oh,
Benfica.
whatever.
I mean, had
That
it
was
not
again
been that own
very
goal,
cagey game. Yes,
very
an
cagey
own
game,
goal. Yes,
very,
an
very
own
cagey
goal
game.
gives Chelsea
I mean, if that
a
own
very
goal
crucial three points.
had not occurred, I think we would have seen a nil-nil draw,
It could have
easily.
because
Yeah.
Jose didn't set up his team right way. I
Uh,
mean, he set up
yes.
not to lose
Yes.
and counter. So that was on his plans, and he almost worked it out.
And
And of
I
course,
think,
another red card for Chelsea player.
another English side also faced a difficult time against Bodo, Tottenham.
Tottenham, they basically they faced Bodo. It was like fourth or a third time they were facing Bodo
Yeah.
in a span of what
So
year.
they
They had
faced each
them in
other in
the
Europa.
semi-final of the Europa League, and the
Yeah.
Tottenham came out of winners. Before
Yeah.
that, in a group game, Tottenham beat them. But this time, I mean, Bodo had this say it was
They had a better strategy, and they,
better strategy
yeah.
to go. Yes,
So they
interesting.
they stopped them at the
And
barricade that they created. I think Arsenal had a very lovely
Arsenal
win.
were in command. Arsenal were in
Yeah, they
command.
were
Yes,
a very
it was
lovely win over Olympiacos.
two wonderful goals. Yes,
But yes, two
a
wonderful
very
goals.
good
I think
weekend. Good, very good.
this should give them more strength, and this should give them more motivation to, carry on the same momentum in Premier League too, because
Yeah.
Arsenal played differently in Champions League as they are performing in Premier League. So I think anybody, a neutral fan or a fan of Arsenal would like to see them playing in the same commanding manner in Premier League too.
Yes.
Right. Right. Any other notable, any other notable thing that you would want to add to this podcast, Mr. Abro?
I think the more we see with these fixtures, I think this is something we cannot say other than PSG looking likely to retain.
They are. They
I mean,
are.
dramatic changes. Barcelona could I mean, join them in between.
Yeah.
Again, you cannot write Madrid off because they are the supreme countries when it comes to Champions League. They
Yeah.
have the pedigree. But again, the sides which are which doesn't have the enough firepower or maybe were playing after so many years in the Champions League could have their say, could decide the tilt of title or the
Yeah.
favoritism. Because likes of Newcastle, the likes of course monacofc, the likes of Galatasaray, they could dent anyone's title ambition in this season Champions League. So very interesting, very enticing times ahead.
No, I think you're right. I think some very, very fresh sides in the season, and some have it making a comeback after a very long time. You know, so they can also, because they can bring a surprise element with them. But they then we have some, the patent sides for Champions League, the faces of them, the Champions League, such as Real Madrid, such as Bayern Munich, Barca,
I
Juventus to an
mean,
extent. I think they
make
can
no
all pose a
mistake,
threat. They can all pose
make
a
no
threat.
mistake, Malik sir. I mean, you could have. I mean, I'm forgetting one name, that is Inter Milan.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
They
yeah. Inter
could be the
Milan too, by the
surprising
way.
element. I cannot
Yes,
write them off because I mean,
yes,
they had a history with
yeah.
surprising results and I mean, clinching the semifinals. But so they could be the one.
No, right, right. I mean, yes. So we can in still be for a very good ride. And I think
Yes.
I would like to mention here that our complaint, our staple complaint, going on particularly in this season, in the last six match weeks that we have seen in Premier League is with VAR and officials. However, I think I must say that seeing the matches in Champions League so far. So these two match weeks, I think
Only
the
Liverpool
decisions are
had
much
some
fairer,
controversial,
much
yes,
much
controversial.
fairer overall. I think officials and VAR are doing a fine better job than in
But
Champions
the
League.
times, that's
Yes,
the case.
yeah, comparison
Absolutely.
to Premier League.
Yes.
So right, I think this is all that we have from the match week 2 of Champions League. We'll see you guys again, in the next match week that will be coming up in this month later on. So I think this is time for us to sign off. Take good care of yourself and all people around you. Enjoy the football, enjoy life, and keep subscribing and liking this channel. So it motivates us enough to carry on, right, Mr. Abro?
Yes, I agree with you. Keep tuning in, keep watching our videos, and of course, leaving comments. And of course, we'll be back next week for the match week
Match week
echoes.
echoes.
So
Yes.
stay tuned. Adios. Signing off.
Yes. Adios. Signing off from Midweek Anthem. We'll see you next time around. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.